ICBMs. Ah, well, at least we could actually manufacture some ICBMs. I think we might actually do just that. Maybe 1,000 ICBMs could be something to protect us. I don't know how costly that could prove. Let's go back to this then. Oh, right, they work separately. I don't know how much it costs me, but I suppose we could have a few of them on Earth. For our own defense, then. I actually assumed that we already had ICBMs, but I guess not. That's dangerous then, isn't it? Wow, that's going to take us a hell of a long time to build all of those things. So I could do with building more ordnance factories then. That's apparent. Yeah, we built like 2, maybe 1. Wow. Right. So we don't have any civilian activity. Where am I looking here? Shipping lanes, okay. So we do have these guys. They do have 10,000 wealth, but they really haven't had anything to do because I haven't created enough colony yet. Oh. Okay. Shipyard tasks, so about 63% way through the Berlin. It would be a bloody shame if it was destroyed. I might start adding another slipway. Perhaps. How long would that take? 2061, my lord. That would take a long time. It's going to be difficult to design a ship. Well, I mean, it won't be that bad because we won't have to put that much fuel on it, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes to that, what we can actually do. But yeah, we need some ICBMs on Earth just to have some protection. Maybe in the future they could be quite handy. Who knows? We'll just have to wait until something comes up then. Rightio. Excuse me. I really do want to stop well, having good fire control will be just worth it in the end. So if we can get that on our first ships, that'd be fantastic. Right. I mean, how many guns could we actually do with that then? Who knows? Well, let's take a look at if we were to design a ship now then, shall we? Well, how long until we get our first, well, till we get our next light spectrum of laser technology, I wonder. Okay, we'll turn that off. Let's take a look. Near ultraviolet. That's going to take a long time, so that's... We'll take some people from this project. Put them in here. Magnetoplasma drive. Electronic warfare is going to take a long time. Start boosting this. Okay, so we need more research labs as well, that's for damn sure. But if we can get the near ultraviolet laser, then it might be a hell of a lot more effective. Well, it will be a hell of a lot more effective. I think the first ship may not have any missiles on it to begin with. Due to the fact I just don't have that much of it technology at the moment. So it might weigh us down and not really be worth anything. Okay. Actually, I think I might design a ship in the meantime to start establishing colonies. So I think I might establish some colonies on Luna. Well, yeah, I think we'll establish a colony on Luna and we'll establish a colony on Venus, and then we can start increasing the size of our species, our population. So I think we'll design a colony ship then. So we'll go for new. The Israel class would have been quite a good name for it. We'll go for the Mexico class. Why the hell not? Okay. Well, let's call it the CN. Right design. Let's add some engines on here. It doesn't need to be a big ship. All it needs to do is just transport. Well, we have the Austria class that's still sitting around. So we don't need any cargo handling capacity at all. So we can just take some cryogenics. So from 3,100 tons, so that's not too bad. I could carry about 50,000 colonists at a time for a few tons. Okay. I mean, it would be a fairly fast ship, actually. Well, we'll reduce that down to... Well, the faster it can do it, the better for us, really. Low time. Would cargo... Oh, wow, cargo actually helps with that one. Wow. Okay. So, 10 minutes, 650, 5 minutes. We'll go for about 5 minutes. I think this is about 5 minutes, so it might be 5 hours. Probably about 5 hours. I think that is 5 hours. So that's not bad. We'll be able to unload fairly quickly. We'll add another engine on to increase speed. Maybe 4 engines. So then it's really zippy. But then again, we don't need 4 engines if it's only from Earth to Luna. It's... yeah, it's not even going to take us... It'll take us like an hour to get there. So let's add some fuel onto this bugger. Does it really need 250,000 litres? Nah, not really. Right. That's probably enough already, in all honesty. I mean, 72.7 billion kilometers, it's going to be back and forth anyway. Moving at 1,714. And 20,000 colonists at a time. Yeah, that should do absolutely fine. That'll do that ding that dadly do. So we'll go to our shipyard and we'll start... well, we can build like one of them. We don't really need that many. Did we build the Togo? Right, the Togo's still under construction. God damn. Right. So we'll retool you. Well, then again, I might build a Austria first, and then we can... well, actually, let's take a look at the Austria. Let's redesign the Austria. Right, so copy design. Let's take a look at it, then. Yes, we still have these things. So, new armor in case we have... No, we don't have any better armor. Right, so we'll take off these engines. Oh, these are really old engines. So we'll take all of those off there. No, yeah. So it's still a 56,000 ton vessel, 58, 61,000 ton. A lot of cargo handling systems there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bloody add some cryogenic transports to this. And then at least we have the Austrias serving a dual purpose, which would make a hell of a lot more sense. So we'll do that one then. Right, it's designed as a commercial ship, 90.5. Probably add a bit more fuel onto this thing. Let's get rid of these smaller ones. There we go. 24.7 billion. Let's add another fuel. Storage. So it's a 77,000 ton vessel. carrying 50,000 colonists at a time. 50,000 cargo capacity, so that would be like 2 minor complexes. I'm not entirely sure how much infrastructure, but should be a fair amount to carry. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that then. So what we're going to call this thing? Or to rename. Go with the Brunei class. That sounds quite nice. So we'll call this the Brunei class. Okay. So max speed's a lot higher. Engine power's decent. It's got a decent range of 32.9 billion kilometers. It's only going back and forth between Luna and Venus and Earth, so it doesn't need much. So we'll go over here then. We'll go to our shipyards when I click on the right thing. Right, so Donnelly Naval. So we'll have you retool for the new class of the Brunei. That's going to be in 2058. What do you go in now? 2056. God damn! It's going to take some time. But yeah, what we can do then is we can retrofit the original Austria. It might take a long time actually, so then again, I might start building some infrastructure, have the Austria just carry the infrastructure. God damn it. And then the new Brunei's could be the ones to actually carry the rest of those things. Well, carry the colonists. So that sounds good. So how are we doing on Earth then? Still constructing these construction factories, so I'll let them carry on. Once we have that, we can start churning out some infrastructure. We're building some, conventional ICBMs. Research should be going according to plan. We've just reached 1 billion people, so we are grown in size. And that means people work in the mines, people in the construction factories, just people everywhere. For fuck's sake, this is getting really annoying. Alright, Team 1F, led by Freya Henry, has completed... Right, she's completed the research into the near ultraviolet lasers. Fantastic. So, let's go to design and tech. Right. Lasers. Near ultraviolet. So there's damage output 4. Capacitors. Ah, capacitors are important actually. That increases the rate of fire. Reduce size 4 times the recharge. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to need to research capacitors then. So that's something else we bloody need to do. Ah, so many things to research. Powers, capacitors here? Right, capacitor recharge rate. I need a lot more research labs, or just better goddamn scientists. That'd really help. There we go. So that'd be done fairly soon. Right. We might need to design a reactor, actually. So, let's see. Power plants. So we have the stellarator fusion reactors. That produces 0.6, it's 0.1 size. We'll go for 10. That produces 60. Explosion chance is 5. So, name the Holland-Davidson fusion reactor, the stellarator fusion reactor. So we'll go for that. Should be a fairly decent thing. Ah, right. Please design at least one beam weapon before attempting to design a turret. Okay. Missiles. Right. Okay, 6.5 anti-ship missile. Ah, 18,500 speed. Okay. So we'll create a new series then. We'll call this the Ion Drive Missile. Missile. There we go, so that's the Ion Drive. That might be okay. Do I have any idea what kind of range we're looking at? We can see speed. Endurance is 9.2 hours. Right, range is... okay, so the range is 613.2 million kilometers. So that's a long range. Well, that's pretty long range. So if we go back to our technology, and we go to fire control, missile fire control. Right, so make that into a missile fire control. That has a range of... right, range versus 250 to an object is 37,500 million kilometers. 600 million there versus a 1,000 ton object. Right. Minimum resolution. So that increases dramatically. We'll go for about 3,000 tons. Resolution is 60. Well, that means that we're going to detect them a hell of a lot further, well, really far away. Well, actually, yeah. If we had it at 1,000, that's much lower. I'd imagine a larger object or ship we'd be able to do. Well, we'd be able to discover much further away. So we'll create that. We'll create that as a fire control as well. And then we should have some actual missiles. Right. Let's see here. What am I doing here? Right. Let's go to the missile bases. Okay, so we have 13 missile bases. Assemble. Reload parameters. Recover. Oh, these are parasites, okay. Do I, how do I load them? Okay. Oh, so this shows our technology then. Interesting. So that's basically built technology, I guess. Right, I don't know actually how to bloody fire them. That's dangerous. Alright, we'll stop building these then for the time being. Right, missiles. No. Right. Let's go back to this then. Did we actually research the missile then? I don't think we did. So let's go back to missiles and kinetic weapons. Did not mean to go on that. Right, so missile design. AI on drive. Right, create the series. No, set series. Create. Can I change this? Oops. I can. Ah, ECM. We don't have any ECM. We could add some sensors as well to this. Agility. What's our maximum agility? Right, okay, okay. Wow, I was an idiot. Okay. Right. 10. So that's a very large missile then with that sort of... Oh, actually, it's quite a large missile now, isn't it? So let's go to 10. So 10 brings it up to about size 17. Okay. Cost per missile. Speed is dramatically lower. Active sensors. 1. 2. Right, maximum range versus a 5,000 ton object. Ah, okay, here we go. So that's 250,000, well, 250 million. 20 brings us to about 500. But that decreases our chance to hit, actually. So maybe we want these things to be quite close in 100. Okay. 6. Right, so that's 150,000. So that's in line. That's 5 million less than the range, at maximum range, so that could be quite good. Thermal. I guess we don't really need that much for this. Yeah, only a one thermal sensor would give us double the actual range, so at least we'd be able to sense that EM signature. Yeah, that should be fine. Geosensor. I don't think I really particularly need that. I could add some actual armor to this, and then at least it's a harder missile to shoot down. But then again, it would slow down. But one piece of armor should be enough. So cost per missile is 14,500. No, 14.5803, I think. Now, what does that actually mean in reality? I don't know how good this missile is. I don't think it's very good, actually. I think it's a very large missile. So, changing that does decrease a lot of things. Maneuver range in 21, 12. Okay. It's probably the engine that we could do with redesigning. Now, this could be a fairly long range, I suppose. It's not that long range. Sort of missile. The warhead does a little damage, about 3. It could be something to open up an engagement with, perhaps. So, I mean, as they're going to be going quite far, they could do with more agility. So, maybe we have this as a sort of torpedo, I guess. But the faster we have it, the better. So if we have 2 engines, right? Let's see. 5 engines brings us up to 14,000 kilometers per second. Range drops down considerably though, so we'll go for 2 engines. Right. So 2 engines brings us to 142. Our speed is 8,600 kilometers per second. Let's increase maybe missile damage to 2. Right, 2 it'd do roughly 6 damage. 5, 15 damage per warhead. Maneuver rate of 15, 7,500 kilometers per second, endurance rating. Okay. Maybe drop down to 1. To about 5 active sensors. That could work. Well, 6 and we have more than our max range for detection. It's going to be a fairly large missile, so... Right. Adding some armor decreases its speed and range and everything. But it would make it tougher to shoot down. Maneuver rating 15. Right, it's 4. Right, 1 winner at 7,500, 7,300, 7,100, 6,000. So if we go for 3, we go to 7,100 kilometers per second. That range drops down quite dramatically, though. So let's see. I can't. Where's fuel? Fuel capacity. So go for 1. So that brings us up there. It doesn't increase the size too much. Bring that up to 10. Increases the range quite nicely. We need to find a balance. What about 7? 8. 8 is not bad at 200,000. Let's see. Can we put in a 0 point something value? So 0.7, yeah. 0.5. And 0.5 is 125,000, so 0.7, 0.8, 200,000, great, okay. So we'll go for about 0.8 on thermal as well, that brings it to 0.6, 0.7. Yeah, that's best we're going to get. So, and there's a 218 million kilometer range. You can see things at 200 million kilometers, which is about right. I'm hoping the ship's sensors will be able to detect things long before that. So it could do potentially 15 damage. It would travel at 6,600 kilometers per second. Maybe if I drop the warhead strength, it could travel faster. Right, at 3 it travels at 7,000 kilometers per second, 232 million kilometer range. It does 9 damage, it has 3 armor. Its maneuver rate is pretty low, so what if we added some more agility to this thing? So with 10 agility it goes up to... It's not that much of an increase, but it's a dramatic decrease in speed. So 6... Yeah, okay. So I guess 5... We'll go for 5 then, because we're not going to get a much more maneuverable thing than this. I think that wouldn't really change anything. Right. So that was quite a long process, but I think this might be a decent thing. Right, we'll clear designs it. No! Oh no! Thank God for that. Okay, so... Fuck. Didn't mean to do that. Bollocks! Right, I'll redesign that after the session, actually. Bugger me, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, but we could... Actually, we might wait, then we'll research probably better technology before we do that. He saves because he fucked up and deleted the design by accident. Unless we still have it here. Missile kinetics. No, I'm not seeing it here. Okay. We'll basically wait for that one then. Passage recharge rate. Well, fine every 30 seconds isn't that bad, I guess. So let's go to beams. Right, lasers. 120mm focus lens, near ultraviolet, capacitor. So it could have a range of 100 and... That's not bad at all, actually. Standard mount. Okay. So this would be the Law Dynamics laser, or near ultraviolet laser. So it could do 4 damage, rate of fire is 20 seconds, 120 million kilometer range, but once we have missiles that could be decent. Well, if we took it down to a normal laser, what would that actually look like? So it's still doing 4 damage, but the range increases dramatically. So that could be a hell of a lot better than what we were facing. So we'll create that as a Law Dynamics laser. And we'll put that into production, well, into research. Energy. What am I doing here? Ah. Right. The Law Dynamics near ultraviolet. So we'll pull some labs from this. Yeah, goddammit. Okay. Let 30 days pass and we'll have our first laser beam weapon. And then we can start working on turrets or something else. But I think we need to have some lasers and then some missiles to try and engage at long range. So maybe have the lasers for short to medium range and then missiles for longer range. So they do quite a lot of damage. Obviously they'll not be that pragmatic or useful, but no. And the building has been constructed. Fantastic. So guys, it has reached that time. It's about 2 hours in. I've done a lot of different things actually, so this has been quite an interesting session so far. So much to do in Aurora. So thank you guys for watching, and remember, if you do like this, you can always go ahead and subscribe. So until next time, have a fantastic day, and I shall see you later. Goodbye.